Thought we'd do a little quick garden update. My goldenberry, as you can tell, is doing quite well. This is the second week of January. See, I still have plenty of flowers blooming to make new fruit. And I have quite a few pieces here that aren't ready to eat. Here's one, not quite ready, it's still green. What you want to see to know that it's ripe and ready to be eaten. It looks like that. And I'm going to pick it and show it to you what it looks like. Well, my tablet doesn't want to turn off. Can you believe that? I guess it's telling me just to pick it with one hand. I gotta do two hands here. Well, I picked 3 of them just to show you what they look like. I like them a lot, and my granddaughter Lily loves them too. The plant that I took these off of was a plant that seeded off of one of the plants I already had. So it was a free plant because I didn't plant it. Nature planted it. Okay, here is what one looks like.
Unpeeled.
Unpeeled. And there it is, unpeeled. And you can see it's a pretty big piece of fruit. And of course, I love it. Now, I saw this on someone's show, one of the channels I watch, and someone had gotten a couple of these and they placed them on top of a piece of cake for decor. And I guess it would look pretty nice if I would do that.
Well, you have to put it in the refrigerator and keep it.
Well, I just pick a fresh one every day if I was going to do it. I don't want to be freezing stuff or refrigerating.
I didn't say freeze it, put it in the refrigerator.
Yeah, well, anyway, I'm just going to show you how much I like it. That's what it looks like. It's in the tomato family. I personally don't think it tastes like tomatoes, but that's just my opinion. We do have a lot of little tiny seeds in it, though.
More like a fruit.
But it will produce here in Southern California year-round. When it gets hot, it'll even produce more. And I have 4 plants right now alive in my yard that have been all seeded from their mama plant. So I didn't pay any money for any of the 4 that I have. The other ones aren't producing that much fruit because one's a baby and the other 2 are small. But we'll do an update on them also and see how they're doing. Anyway, I ate it all. I love them. Uh-oh, one bad one.
What?
It's bad. Don't worry about it. I'm going to throw it in the garden and hopefully something will reseed. I don't get worried if I get a bad one. And here's another one. As you can see, it's in pretty good shape too. And another nice big one. See how you do? These are my favorite. He's laughing at me. I do love it. Well, let's go check our other goldenberries out and see how they're doing. Remember I told you the other one was no good? I can tell you why no good. I can see it.
Somebody's been eating on it.
I'm not putting this back in my garden. I have a little bug in it. Just noticed it. I don't know if you can see it or not. He's going in the trash. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see him walking around in there.
Yeah. Oh well. He had a good time on the piece of fruit. But his days here are gone now. He's going to go spend time in the trash. I know it's terrible. I don't want to kill him. So we'll hope he survives. This is my new baby goldenberry. I don't know how well it's doing or not. It looks like it's still alive. The end seems a little shriveled up here. I may trim it back in a week or 2. But I'm going to leave it alone and see what happens. It was in my walkway, and I had the gardener dig it up and move it, and that might have been the problem too. Well, let's go check my other two. Anyway, it's still alive. And as you can see, lots of things coming up in this garden area. A lot of California poppies, and a few weeds need to be pulled. And I have a lot of other stuff. I have no idea what it is. But because I throw up so many flower seeds all the time, they may be flowers that are coming. We'll see. But I do know I have a lot of California poppies coming. And here's some right here. And we'll see how it does. Now these two golden berries in this pot, I didn't plant in here. Nature planted it, or God, or the fairies. Somebody planted them, but it wasn't me. This is the main plant that's growing up. I did put a tomato cage around it to help support it. And this one right here is a secondary plant. These plants get pretty big. I don't know how well it's going to do in this pot. The pot isn't really small exactly, but these plants get really big. But we'll pray for the best and see what happens. As you can see, I have some flowers on this one. It's out of focus a little. I don't know if I can get in there where it looks better. And here's some more fruit coming on. Now this fruit isn't ripe enough yet. It's still green. Don't pick it when it's green. You want it to look yellow and dried out. But there is some fruit on here, as you can see. And there is some more flowers also on this plant. I think it's doing pretty good considering it's in a pot. And it does get probably 5-6 hours of sun. They're in the tomato family, so they do need to be out in the sun. I had one that was planted more in the shade, and it never did well, and I think it's because they need more sun. And being that I live in Southern California, it's warm enough that they can grow year-round and produce fruit. As you can see, there's plenty of fruit on here. Not any one plant really produces a lot of fruit, but if you can get 3 or 4 plants, you can be pretty well come out here and pick something almost every couple days to eat. They're one of my favorite plants, but they're very expensive to buy out here, and that's if you can even find them. So I'm so happy that my plants gave me 3 babies that are producing really well, and the 4th plant is still pretty tiny, and we'll see. Now this one is smaller too, but it still did produce some fruit. I don't know if you can see it or not. This is a small one right here, and it does have fruit on it. So both of these are doing really good in this container, and I'm really surprised they're doing as well as they are. Well, this is my garden update for the 2nd week of June. You have seen how Grandma's garden is growing and how her golden berries are doing really well. Now, the new golden berries that I have, the babies, actually came. There was a plant here that's dead that needs to be pulled out, and I had another one over here that's already been pulled out. So I need to get into this raised bed here and plant something in here in the next week or 2. Now, I did just redo this one. Going to make it into a little fairy garden, and I put some succulents in it, and I have some more cuttings here to put in another container. They need to dry off a little, but I think it's doing pretty good, and I just need to work on this, and it's looking pretty nice. Let me know what you think. Like I said, we're going to make a fairy garden out of it, and I'll try to share that in a few days. And I have another container here that needs to be done, and I have another container over there that needs to be done. So I have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 containers here to make 5 fairy gardens. We'll see if we can get them done in January and share them in the garden videos. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing how Grandma's garden is growing, and her golden berries are doing very well, and she's going to start working on some fairy gardens. You know how much Grandma loves fairy gardens. Okay, be ready for some fairy gardens coming your way. thought I'd do a quick update of my green tower before I sign off. I am doing really good with my lettuce. These lettuces are really overplanted. I have pulled some of them out and ate the baby lettuce, and it really was really good. So I'm not thinning them out and throwing it away. I'm thinning them out and eating them as we go. And you can just cut some of the leaves off and make a little salad, and they'll just keep regrowing and for more salads. And as you can see, I have lots of salad greens coming. There's no lack of salad greens. Now down here we have plenty of, I don't know if I can see it in the video, plenty of carrots coming up too. And there's some more carrots in here. And more carrots in here. Mia Rose got so excited about seeing her carrots that she helped plant. So I'm sure she's going to be ecstatically happy when she comes over and gets to pull a little tiny miniature carrot out and eats it. I'll try to get a short video of that. But we're doing pretty good. Here's some more of my lettuce. I don't know where my radishes are. I know I planted some radishes in here somewhere. So eventually I should start seeing them somewhere. It's always possible that the radishes didn't take. There goes Mr. Peanut. But as you can see, there's always something in Grandma's yard to share.